Today we are going to see one of the most important yet very confusing concept in economy, that is the currency exchange rates. We are going to see nominal exchange rate, real exchange rate, nominal effective exchange rate and real effective exchange rate. I assure you after going through the video, you will have no confusion in answering any of the questions regarding it. Let's start with nominal exchange rate. What exactly is nominal exchange rate? It is the value of one currency in terms of the other. For example, we say that value of $1 US dollar is equal to 82 Indian rupees. This exactly is called nominal exchange rate. Now, what determines nominal exchange rate between two currencies? That is simple market dynamics. That is, what is the demand and supply of dollar in Indian economy or Indian market? That exactly determines the nominal exchange rate of Indian rupee and dollar. Clear? Now let's understand what is real exchange rate. Real exchange rate is an indication of purchasing power parity between two countries. What exactly is purchasing power parity? For buying same goods. So for example, a Mac burger, for buying same good, that is a Mac burger in India as well as in US, how much money you have to spend. That representation indicator is given by real exchange rate. Now, numerically speaking, it is nothing but nominal exchange rate adjusted for inflation figures in India as well as in the US. That will give you Indian rupee and dollar real exchange rate. Now, let's move ahead. What is nominal effective exchange rate? See, if you are correcting the exchange rate or counting the exchange rate, India is trading not just with US dollar. India is trading with so many other currencies. That includes US dollar, pound, sterling, yuan. All these currencies are coming into India's trade basket. So you assign weights depending on the trade importance of each currencies. And depending on the weights, you can find an index that represent the effective exchange rate. That represent the exchange rate of Indian rupee against this basket of currencies. That exact coefficient is nominal effective exchange rate. Similarly, if NER is adjusted for inflation, we will get real effective exchange rate. Now, what is the importance of real effective exchange rate? It is an indicator which says how much money you have to spend to produce same product in different economies. Suppose we have two economies, A and B. Here we have the real effective exchange rate as 90. Here we have real effective exchange rate as 100. Now what it really means is you have to spend 100 unit of your currency to get the same product in economy A. At the same time, if the same product is built in economy B, you have to give 100 units of your currency. So what does this indicates? Economy A is much more competitive than economy B. So having a lower real effective currency exchange rate makes your economy more efficient, or it is an indicator of trade effectiveness. Let's go ahead. Now we need to solve MCQs on NEER and REER. You need to understand the methodology of how to reach the NEER and REER values. A fair idea of this is essential to answer the conceptual question. Now we have a lot of sources which absolutely mess up how NEER and REER has to be found. You will find this material throughout the social media, websites, YouTube, everywhere. So many mistakes are being done here. Here, whatever we follow in this video, we are completely following the RBI methodology. You can go through the source that is mentioned here. I'll put this in the comment box. You can go through the source and see how NEER and REER are calculated in Indian context. Now let's understand the formula to have better clarity. What is NEER? NEER is nothing but geometric mean of E by EI all raised to WI. WI is the weight we were speaking about. If India is trading with US dollar more, it will have a higher weightage. If India is trading with yuan very less, it will give a lesser weightage to it. Now, let's assume a situation. Let's understand what is E and EI. These are all indices. So if you're building an index to compare two currencies, you need some intermediary goods. Here in calculation of NEER in Indian context, the intermediary good is nothing but IMF's SDR. Now E is by spending 1 rupee, how much SDR you can get. That is E. Similarly, EI is by, suppose we are taking the NEER with respect to dollar. So by spending $1, how much SDR you can get. Let's take an example, ideal situation where we are considering NEER for only one currency. Then the weightage will become 1. So NEER is equal to simply E by EI. Now let's assume that for 1 rupee you will get 10 SDRs, and for $1 you will get 100 SDRs. So what is our NEER in this case? 10 by 100, that is equal to 0.1. Now let's move ahead. What happens when rupee appreciates? What happens when rupee appreciates? Rupees appreciate means what? Value of rupee increases. Value of rupee increases means what? You will get more SDR with 1 rupee. 1 rupee you will get, earlier you were getting 10 SDRs, now you will get 20 SDRs. Why? Because the value of rupee appreciated. Now what we are trying to find is what is the effect of NEER when rupee appreciates, considering the ideal situation that dollar remains constant. Now what is NEER in this case? NEER in this case is E by EI. Now EI has become 20, E has become 20, EI we are assuming it is same, that 100. So how much it comes? 0.2. So when rupee appreciated by say 100%, you will see that the NEER also got appreciated by the same amount. So when rupee appreciates, where the NEER changes, NEER also increases, and vice versa. If rupee is depreciating against currencies, then NEER value falls. Now let's understand what is REER. Now REER is nothing but geometric mean of E by EI into P by PI or raised to W. WI is the weightage, E by EI you already know. P and P is like, PI is the inflation index in USA. Suppose CPI in USA, if we are considering it against say US dollar, P is inflation index in the domestic currency, that is in rupees, CPI in India. It will follow the same trend as NEER is following if rupee is appreciating. Now you understand the, considering that the inflation figures will also play an important role. So I hope you understand what is NEER, what is REER, what is net exchange rate, and what is real exchange rate. How is rupees appreciating, depreciating, affecting all these components. That's all from now. Thank you.